So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here, a clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. I'm your commentator Peter Drury, and providing his unique brand of expert analysis, here's Jim Beglin.
Thanks for that, Peter, and may I say a big hello to everyone.
Expectations and decibels both rising fast here, things are heating up and we'll be getting underway very soon. So things are underway. Vinicius Junior.
Well, a few of his teammates are quite furious with him as they felt they were within reach, but he made nothing of it. His boss doesn't look too amused either.
Jim, which player is best equipped for this game?
Well, Nuno Mendes here, I think, will be very important, Peter, particularly if they start to spread the play, because he's excellent in one-on-one positions, both attacking and defence.
Homer! Now that is commitment to the cause. Spain with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. That has been knocked clear. Quang and Hanoi are looking to go forward now. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Bruno Guimaraes, and it's DiMarco. DiMarco concedes a free kick for that. Challenge just a bit on the firm side. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
The most accurate pass. And that is out of play. So, Jim, what have you made of what we've seen so far?
Well, I think both teams probably feel it's too early for either to start taking real risks. So they're still very much in a phase of testing the waters and sizing each other up.
Nice sequence of passes, this. Haaland. Van Dijk cuts it out. And here's Haaland. That's a good ball out wide. Quang and Hanoi yet to have an attempt on goal. Haaland. Oh, they can break here. Pass somewhat off target. DiMarco. Here's Bruno Guimaraes. Some intricate passing, looking to progress the ball. João Neves. Can he spark a counter here? That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Van Dijk. Gabriel. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
De Jong. Bellingham. Tries to pass it through. Tries a shot! Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that. Well, height could make all the difference on these set pieces.
Terrific effort! That's another chance! think that's offside. Yes, it is. João Neves, and he's forced to go back. Bruno Guimaraes, and it's DiMarco. Alexander-Arnold knocks it into space, crosses it in here. Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it. It's a searching pass. Well played, that has snuffed out the danger. Haaland. A mixture of good defending and indecisive passing. No progress. Bruno Guimaraes. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
De Jong. And it's Bellingham. Just eases him off the ball. Mbappe. And that interception was most necessary. Bruno Guimaraes. Lovely shoots! Oh, it's come loose.
Can't be expected to deliver anything better than that. This is heroic keeping.
That's a sharp pass. Now he's got space here. And he's been shifted off it. Out for a throw. DiMarco. Ball's out, it'll be a throw-in again. Bruno Guimaraes. Now it's Haaland. Now this could be a chance. And he's only too happy to take that back. Granit Xhaka. Bellingham. So what can they make of this? Now it's Haaland. Here's Bruno Guimaraes. And it's Hakimi. Bruno Guimaraes.
How many interceptions have we seen now? Someone's got to up the quality and the shot!
Well, now it's a race for the ball. Quick look at his watch, and the referee whistles for half-time. So neither team were able to take the lead, but it certainly hasn't been for the lack of trying. The midway point of the game.
Well, it was great to see them try to turn their possession and chances into a goal. They definitely wanted one before the break, and okay, while it didn't happen, things could start changing if they can continue in the same manner.
So it's simmered along nicely for 45 minutes, but still no goals. It is 0-0 at half-time. And if you have just joined us, well, we've just begun the second period here.
Quang and Hanoi have been the team that have had the lion's share of possession and chances. Okay, they haven't got much to show for it, but I think it's a case of keep going and eventually you'll get your break.
Van der Ven tries to clear. Now, can they get him away? And that's been drilled in. That's going to go a long way.
Well, that might be the first time they've gone long, Peter. They've clearly been told to try something different.
And no, that was never going to make it. Bruno Guimaraes. And it's Guimaraes. Little pass back. DiMarco. An instinctive delivery. So, third corner of the game. And that should get the job done. And he's made sure that's not getting through. And now a sudden chance to counter. He steps in, and that's the end of that. Alexander-Arnold, aimed at the far side. Bellingham. Oh, they continue each to cancel the other out. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Tries to play it through. Bellingham could move up a gear here. And he was quick to react. Well into the second half, and still there's nothing between them. And he's quick to return it. And the shot! And that is wildly off target.
Well, it didn't quite come off this time, Peter, but that's a warning to the opposition. This team know how to counter, and they'll be looking to do it every chance they get.
No luck with that dink over the top. Haaland. To Granit Xhaka. And it's Mendes. Hakimi wins the duel this time. And now the breakaway. Vinicius Junior being watched hawkishly here.
Yeah, and if they're going to try and stop him in this fashion, Peter, they're good.
Chance! And a neat finish! He watched it all the way, and the finish was unerring.
Yeah, it all came from some really smart movement, Peter. Did the defence let themselves down by not picking him up? I think the boss won't be amused.
El dorsal 23 será reemplazado por el dorsal 11.
So we have movement on both benches. You felt it was coming, 1-0.
Listen, when it comes to goals, Peter, in this team, he's always the #1 contender, and he's done it again.
Van Dijk. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, it's approaching that time where you have to decide whether you stick or twist, Peter. I'm inclined to think the latter, but the boss probably has quite a few things which he has to factor in yet, so let's see.
Bruno Guimaraes. Quang and Hanoi perhaps contemplating their next change here. And that's another good win of the ball. And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. And the score is 1-0. Strong running down that left flank. Mbappe! And that's an excellent interception.
Spain really might just end up kicking themselves after that. That could well have been it.
He's being urged to shoot. It's all a little bit desperate, but it's got the job done.
You know, it was an intervention that had to be made. Serious trouble lay in store.
Alexander-Arnold. Still just that single goal, and we are nearly done. Alexander-Arnold made a surge from full-back, as it turned out unsuccessfully. And they've switched it over to the other side. Dumfries. Mbappe scooting forward.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
Oh, some astute defending there. Quang and Hanoi, moments now away from seeing this one out. Undav. Passing is crisp and sharp. Can he finish? Oh, terrific save from the keeper.
Undav is offering a wry smile there.
El dorsal 12 será sustituido por el dorsal 5.
The message is simple: defend this with your lives. That's a fair try, but just off target. Sankari distributed tidily. It's a lovely, neat pass. Quang and Hanoi clearly now in lead preservation mode. Tries a measured ball. And the referee brings it to a close. Well, that was tense. Boy, that was tense. The two sides separated by the game's only goal. Well, after all of that, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, a bit of a scrappy affair, not quite a smash and grab, but the more it went on, you felt that this game would be decided by just that one moment.
Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be. I'm your commentator, Peter Drury, and providing his unique brand of expert analysis, here's Jim Beglin.
Well, thanks for that, Peter. I'm more than ready to get going here.
There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. Things already rolling. Oh, that's well spotted. De Jong is offering some sort of an apology there.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
And it's Hakimi. Nicely weighted ball.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
He's picked his way through. Oh, that's nice. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
And he cuts out the supply. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
And there's his chance to lead the counter. Oh, that's a key interception. Oh, easy pickings there. Jim, you've played in games of this nature. Who can make the difference?
Frankie de Jong has attained the status of elite midfielder at a tender age. It's very rare you see someone have so much maturity, composure and vision on the ball.
And that is doing no harm at all.
Well, it didn't quite come off this time, Peter, but that's a warning to the opposition. This team know how to counter and they'll be looking to do it every chance they get.
Now it's Eze. Nuno Mendes. Mbappe. That's tidy.
Yeah, we get to see this more and more. Defenders popping up in these positions.
That has earned a reprieve for the time being. Opts to play it back. Brilliantly cut out. Quang and Hanoi still without a single shot on target. Gabriel. No, that's been intercepted. Spain are a team that's fond of the low block. They sure defend in numbers.
Yeah, the whole point being to go back to front as quickly as possible, Peter. Of course, once the ball has been won.
Yeah, ball's over the top, long diagonals, that's the plan. Nuno Mendes. This is a promising build-up. Knocks it into space. Bruno Guimaraes. Now it's Thuram.
Have beautifully policed that midfield. The opposition have been handcuffed. Eze really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
And it's made its way to him. Cleared away. João Neves. Now it's Morishi. Granit Xhaka. Saliba calmly anticipates.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
He's found space here. Dumfries.
It's the sort of situation that they'll want to capitalise on now.
Tries to play it through. That is a brilliant interception. It's an inviting looking ball, that. João Neves. Bruno Guimaraes. And it's De Jong. And it's Hakimi. This is De Jong. Yildiz. And it's De Jong. Looking tidy in possession here. He's a sharp little ball here. And he's cleared it out of harm's way. So still we are where we began. It's 0-0. DiMarco. Yildiz. DiMarco.
Well played and well cleared. Size really matters, and it's time to make it matter now.
It's a clearance, but not much of one. Now it's Vinicius Junior. Has crossed into the middle.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Hakimi. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
João Neves. Now it's Morishi. Dumfries has it in a wide position. Eze. Chance! Goal! Spain! And it's Spain who take the lead. One sweeping move executed with deadly efficiency.
Spain.
Quick look at his watch, and the referee whistles for half-time. There's been no shortage of industry or intent thus far. A little inspiration and inventiveness, perhaps the only things lacking. Quang and Hanoi trailing by the tightest of margins at half-time.
Well, obviously things are not good, Peter. It seems the team were just a bit too busy playing within themselves. too tentative. They have to improve and make it fast.
Well, that is the first half done, and we are ready for what follows in the second. So straight into the second half.
Well, I think in these circumstances, it's all about how to adjust the balance of your team. I mean, you want to get back in it as soon as possible, but without leaving yourself too open.
The message is clear, none shall pass. Muriqi, Granit Xhaka, Yildiz, Thuram, and the shot! Gorgeous from Thuram. He's got himself an absolute peach. They are right back in business.
Well, it looks like we have ourselves a real game here now, Peter. They've been rewarded for their courage, for their attitude, for their application, and now they'll want another. Oh, what a lovely exchange, Peter. I mean, he did the give and go, and that's just a lovely return ball. The weight of it was absolute perfection.
We're looking at a different game now.
This is exactly the kind of contest you'd expect when you have so much class from both sides. The next goal is going to be so significant.
That is good alertness.
Quang and Hanoi have clearly reached a level of comfort in this half. Why not use the impetus to plough on?
Bruno Guimaraes, he steps in, and that's the end of that. Mbappe, well, we expected better, and so did he. That has ended up in no man's land. Bruno Guimaraes. Now Di Marco. Bruno Guimaraes. Vinicius Junior being hunted in packs.
Well, they seem intent on marking him out of the game. They're certainly trying to wind them up in the process, Peter.
Yildiz is on. Real chance! Oh, it's come off the upright. Dumfries gets it clear. Granit Xhaka. No, he's just misjudged that one. Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
He made it look a bit predictable.
Well, that's been cut out, well played. Now it's Vinicius Junior. Oh, he's felt that, hasn't he? João Neves with a definite foul there. He knew what was coming. That's a yellow card.
Cambio de jugadores en España. El dorsal
The two coaches are signalling changes here, both at the same time.
El dorsal 10.
Look at the space here. That's a good ball out wide.
El dorsal 24. El dorsal
Showing
23.
good feet.
El dorsal 26. El dorsal 9.
Chance for a shot!
Cambio de jugadores.
Same again, same outcome.
Oh, they're just unrelenting, Peter. Wave after wave of attacks. Now it's just a matter of making at least one of them count.
Cambio de jugadores en España.
Corner
El
number
dorsal
2 then.
7, Granit Xhaka será reemplazado por el dorsal 6.
Courtois breathes a sigh of relief as he gets his hands on the ball. Spain have the chance to go the other way. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Martinez! Oh, great leap! It's a goal! And the comeback is complete! It was wonderfully efficient.
Yeah, it all came from some really smart movement, Peter. Did the defence let themselves down by not picking him up? I think the boss won't be amused.
And very quickly, the substitute made his mark.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
It's so often the case with goal scorers, little influence, and all of a sudden, bang.
And here's DiMarco. And it's Hakimi. Martinez. Pedri does well not to be outdone there. Now it's Palmer. Now it's Undav. That has been cut short. Pedri. Looking to pass their way up the pitch. Can he finish? Fantastic from Dennis Undav! Oh, it really is a finish of the highest order. And once more, we are all square. You score, we score.
Well, if ever you want to see a lesson in responding to a deficit, that's it. Their heads didn't drop, and now their chins are up. Yeah, to see it unfold as succinctly as that, it looks telepathic.
Cambio de jugadores en España. El dorsal 4.
So changes afoot here, and from both sides. Quite a game this, all square again.
Well, there's resilience for you, Peter. As a side, they never lost focus despite the setback, and this is thoroughly merited. For me, now they can go one better, possibly. I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
That's put paid to the danger.
Habrá 4 minutos de descuento.
Alexander-Arnold, nicely shaped ball. He's in a great position here. Rice. Pedri. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
That looks a good ball through. And he gets rid in a hurry.
Well, they've got to get everyone forward, and maybe even the keeper.
Tacho with nothing in it still. We move to extra time. So still inseparable. What are you thinking, Jim?
Well, look, this has been a hard-fought encounter, Peter, so mistakes are far more likely over the next 30 minutes.
Well, no winner after 90 minutes. Another 30 minutes, hopefully, to make a difference. So our quest to find the winner continues. Quang and Hanoi pay the price for failing to close out the match in normal time. Can they avoid the same fate here, where the consequences are still more serious? And that could set him on his way. Haaland! Alexander-Arnold did well to stay calm there.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Valverde. Palmer. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
João Neves. Now it's Haaland. And he's cleared it out of harm's way. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
He's shifting through the gears here. Takes a shot!
And he could have done himself a massive favour by just lifting his head up there. You know, it would have been a better picture of what was going on around him.
Oh, well played, well sorted out. Hoisted upfield by the keeper. Palmer. Undav does have his name on the score sheet, of course. Oh, there's a probing ball. Oh, that's beautifully weighted. Decent chance! And that's a real chance missed.
Haaland fully appreciates that he could have won it then, and now he'll be all the keener not to lose it.
Alexander-Arnold getting this one clear. And now they can spring out of defence. Plays it across. Tacho is there and he can get that clear. And it is half-time in extra time. Well, nobody wants to settle for this, of course, but everyone is running nigh on empty. Is there going to be a moment to win it? Exhaustion, physical and mental. Will we find a winner? They have played themselves to a near standstill. What is left in the tank now? And here's Mbappe. He's in a great position. Cross from Cancelo. Van der Ven getting this one clear. Haaland. Palmer, who's set up one goal so far. Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be.
Courtois gets it away. And here's Mbappe. Oh, he's been caught napping. Very nicely done. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Oh, he's played it in low.
That's just playing it safe and simple. Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
Oh, that's fabulous. That should be the goalkeepers, and it is.
Well, they shouldn't be dawdling at this stage. They need to get the ball in the mixer and quickly.
Tacho promptly onto that, and that is that. And that is that. There is only one way to decide this now. Well, Jim, what say you after all of this?
I can only applaud the sheer doggedness and tenacity on show in watching both teams refusing to lose. I mean, they both ran their socks off.
So time to shake the weariness out of those limbs and to engage with focus. It's penalty kicks. Palmer is over the first kick. No, he's hit it right at the goalkeeper.
Well, he didn't hit that with any sort of conviction, and it's an easy save in the end.
Mbappe pondering where to put it. Great penalty, outwitted the keeper.
Looks like he's done it 1,000 times. Never looked like missing.
Spain looking to keep step. No! Denied remarkably!
Well, I think the keeper did very well to stay upright until the very end.
Quang and Hanoi with the chance to go 2 up. Up by 2. Will that prove decisive?
A great position now, but still work to be done.
So down by 2, another miss can be game, set and match. Great stop! And the keeper punches the air.
Well, I think he had the measure of that all the way, Peter, and he is pumped.
Oh, he's missed!
He didn't need to cut things so finely. We're talking about a pressure penalty.
He has saved it, and he has won it! Quang and Hanoi have done it. Taken to the very edge they may have been, but they have prevailed through sheer strength of personality. So, Jim, quite a game, decided in the end in the only way it could have been.
Quang and Hanoi definitely had to take the scenic route, but I don't think they'll be complaining too much. Their sense of purpose and overall approach to the game just gave them a slight edge.
Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be. I'm your commentator, Peter Drury, and providing his unique brand of expert analysis, here's Jim Beglin.
Thanks, Peter. It's a pleasure and a privilege for me to be here.
Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. So we're very much on the way now. Oh, just skips past his man. Oh, wonderful effort, all by himself.
He's absolutely full of energy here. Definitely had the right idea. A shame he just couldn't finish it off.
Header! He scored! It was wonderfully efficient.
He did so well there, attacking the ball the way he did. He got a strong forehead behind that one.
Spain are already chasing the game. They didn't envisage that. Oh, and they're quick to press here, right on top of them. Bellingham. Passing is crisp and sharp. DiMarco. Now it's Vinicius Junior. Space for him to turn and look. And he gets rid in a hurry. Challenge just a bit on the firm side.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
He can run onto that. Saliba cuts it out. Gabriel. And it's De Jong. So just a one early goal to report so far. 1-0 the score. Palmer. Now it's Mbappe. Eze is onto this. And he's made sure that's not getting through. And it's played forward. Thuram might just make this. Couldn't squeeze it through. That's a nicely weighted pass. He's shifting through the gears here. There's the shot! Oh, good finish. And they're threatening to fly away here. The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
Quang and Hanoi are sitting pretty, 2-0 up.
Well, their manager seems to have them always thinking about the next goal. When's the next goal coming? They're such an entertaining watch. Eze clearly held on to it far too long there. Did he do enough to find someone? He looked as if he had his mind set on trying to do everything his way.
Now it's Palmer. Driving forward, looking to play him in. It's out for a goal kick. Bruno Guimaraes, and it's Guimaraes. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Now it's Mbappe. He's had it taken off him. Now it's Vinicius Junior. DiMarco. Mbappe. Dumfries.
They've got to be quick moving this forward.
Just more than 15 minutes till half-time. Oh, no joy this time. De Jong. Played into space. Floated through. He's being urged to shoot. Vinicius Junior unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Now it's Mbappe. Vinicius Junior bumps him off it and wins back the ball. Another pass just keeps it ticking over. Skillfully cut out. He is so at ease on the ball. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Spain clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
Now it's Thuram. Tries to play it through. Expertly cut out, really nicely done. Ball's gone out of play. Now it's DiMarco. Looking for the far post. And the keeper beats it away. De Jong!
De Jong just dropped the shoulder to engineer the feint. Now he'll have to shoulder the blame.
It's gone out for a throw-in. Saliba. This is a promising build-up. Thuram. And it's Bellingham. He's a sharp little ball here. The pass has gone astray. Over to the right flank. Oh, he's played it in low. That should be the goalkeeper's, and it is.
Habrá un minuto de descuento.
Dumfries. Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. And for the first half, that is that. How would you review the first half?
Well, I think things have worked out pretty well so far, Peter. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. So I think the manager has to resist change at this stage.
Quang and Hanoi looking good, feeling good. It is 2-0 at the break. And we're already back up and running after half-time. Hakimi thinks about the shot. Oh, nice touch. I think that's offside. Yes, it is. Well seen. Saw that coming.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
De Jong. And it's De Jong. And it's Bellingham. Now it's Vinicius Junior. De Jong. Big chance! Just cruising! They are cruising! With fun and fury, they continue to do their thing.
Well, a 1-2 is easier to pull off than most dribbles, and I think we've just seen the proof.
Quang and Hanoi find a position of real strength now. Now, what about a counter-attack? Vinicius Junior under intense pressure.
Yeah, and what they've got to realise, Peter, is that they won't get away with excessive force for long, so they're running a fine line now.
Oh, that's fabulous. Bruno Guimaraes. Turns back here, probably the best option. Time and again they are repelled. Quarter of an hour into the second half. Now it's Vinicius Junior. Granit Xhaka.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
João Neves. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
That's good vision. And it's made its way to him. Shapes to shoot! Oh, brilliant save.
Well, there's always that risk, Peter, when a team commits too many numbers forward. You can't help but leave some gaps at the back. Well, height could make all the difference on these set pieces.
And that's been drilled in, deftly away. Saliba, now Van Dijk. It's a good spell of possession, this. Spain do have a chance to counter here. No outsmarting him this time. And he's forced to go back. Played into space. Nice looking ball. Good ball over the top. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Courtois gets it clear. It's all a little bit desperate, but it's got the job done.
Yeah, they showed a vulnerability until the move was stifled. That'll have stirred a little concern.
Now the ball's gone astray. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Now he's got space here. He's in a great position here. Vinicius Junior showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Bellingham.
They want to be quick here. It's breakaway time.
And it's Denzel Dumfries. Shot a goal! It's a goal! A momentary lapse mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal.
Look at the manager here, he's absolutely fuming and he has every right to be. You can't win football matches if you give the ball away like that.
El dorsal 11, el dorsal 18, serán sustituidos por el dorsal 26, el dorsal 20, el dorsal 6.
So changes afoot here, and from both sides. Still behind by 2. Is there a way back into this? Sangare. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Real chance! Beautiful! Just beautiful! He's got himself an absolute peach. That's wonderfully done. Crisp hit, true finish.
There you go. That's what happens when you've got top-class talent.
And very quickly, the substitute made his mark.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
It's starting to look like a done deal now. Engages and forces him off the ball. And the pass is intercepted. Nothing wrong with that tackle. Ball won cleanly. Now it's Haaland. Haaland. Good driving run. And the shot! And the keeper threw out a limb. Board shows there will be 3 extra minutes. Undav. Now it's Morishi. And the referee brings it to a close. Well, that was a tale of 2 very different teams. One driven, ruthless, prolific. The other quite the opposite in all of those areas. The result, a very accurate reflection of what we saw. How would you sum up what we've witnessed, Jim?
Well, the look on the manager's face says it all. He knows he set his attack up perfectly, and the players carried out his instructions to the letter, it would seem. Everything working very nicely.
Well, that's it for tonight's match, so it just remains for me to thank Jim Beglin alongside me and to wish you all a very good evening.